So you ready to see the finalists once again for your National League Cy Young Award? We're going to begin with Chris Sale. Alphabetical order now. First pitcher to win the NL pitching triple crown since Clayton Kershaw back in 2011. His 225 strikeouts, the most in a single season by a Braves lefty. 2.38 ERA, the lowest by a Brave since Greg Maddux had a 2.22 back in 1998. Chris Sale on the board. Paul Skenes, he just won the NL Rookie of the Year for the Pittsburgh Pirates. The lowest ERA, 1.96 in Major League Baseball since making his big league debut on May 11th. Led all MLB starters with 100 pitches of over 100 miles an hour. Paul Skenes, an NL Cy Young finalist. And Zack Wheeler, the ace of the Philadelphia Phillies, led the National League in WHIP, opponent's OPS, second in ERA, wins, innings pitched, ERA plus, tied for second in strikeouts with 224. A terrific season for the right-hander who joins us now live on MLB Network, along with Paul Skenes and Chris Sale. Great to have all three of you. Congratulations on banner seasons. Zack, I want to begin with you. If you go back in time to 2020, when you signed that 5-year, $118 million deal, your first deal with the Philadelphia Phillies, could you have ever dreamt that what would come your way would have actually landed so beautifully? You've become one of the top 5 pitchers in all of baseball.
Oh, I mean, you have that plan in your head, but, with the past that's happened, injuries and that type of stuff, you just never know. It's baseball at the end of the day, and anything can happen. Injuries happen. So, just kept my head down, just kept working, and just kept trying to get better.
I'll go with you, Chris Sale, left-hander. What went right? Big move to Atlanta last few years health-wise, but I heard you talk about, I want to treat every start the same. I want to go in this season with all the experience you have. What went right this year in Atlanta?
Well, I think obviously the biggest thing is health, right? I mean, I was healthy early in my career. I had, I was able to sustain some success and stay out on the field. Ran into, bust all over the last, handful of years. Just couldn't stay healthy, couldn't stay on the field. And you're not doing anything when you're not on the field. So I would say the number one thing for me that was health for sure.
Hey, Paul, I'm curious, man. You've been on an unbelievable run here. The last 500 days have been incredible, from College World Series to Rookie of the Year, your debut, and now you're sitting here with these 2 other guys as a candidate for the Cy Young. How do you keep all this in perspective? Because this is a lot coming at you, but this has just been an amazing run. How's this all feel, and how do you keep perspective of all this?
Yeah, it's funny because it's a kind of a long period of time, but it also flies by. So really just trying to stay present, lean on my coaches, my family, all the people that are around me, and they make it a lot easier. So it's been a lot of fun and just, ready to keep it going.
Zack, I'm curious, too, as a former starting pitcher, that bond you have with your other guys in your rotation. You got a couple young guys, and then you got a guy like Aaron Nola there. You guys bounce off each other. How much do you guys push each other throughout the course of the season? Because they're definitely pushing you, and I know you're a leader to them.
Yeah. I think, it's just coming into spring training every year, we kind of know, the goal is 200 innings, 200 strikeouts, and we just try to reach that, and that's making – the start every 5 days, going 6 or 7 innings. So that's our goal.
Paul, I'm going to ask you, you're talking about short period of time, long period of time, but it flies by. You were about 8, 9 years old when the guy, Chris Sale, was making his major league debut. I know you had to watch these 2 guys. Hey, easy now. We'll get to you. I know you had to watch these 2 guys a little bit growing up, and how surreal it must be now sitting as finalists along these 2 guys.
Yeah, it's unbelievable. And one of the coolest things for me, I think, at the All-Star game was really just getting to, sit in the dugout and BS with Chris. That was an unbelievable opportunity, unbelievable experience. It was really, really cool for me. So I hope Chris understands that. But I've watched both these guys. I think I model a lot of what I do after, to be honest, both of them. And so it's an honor for sure.
Chris, I've talked to you. You were a student of the game. What did a pitching triple crown mean to you? And was that something you were focused on during the season?
It's special, and I appreciate it because, it wasn't me just rolling out there and throwing the baseball. There was a lot of people that got me here. when teammates, family, training staff, man. I mean, for me to be able to go out there and do what I was able to do, I wouldn't have been able to do it without them. And it's just special, the last few years were tough. And to be able to kind of go through what I went through and have the support I had, I'm just very, very thankful. Very thankful.
And by the way, you're a young 35. Okay, Chris? You're a way young. Spry 35, all right?
He's looking better than ever,
These
pal.
gray hairs don't say that, but I'll take it.
Chris Sale, Paul Skenes, Zack Wheeler. Outstanding seasons. Don't go anywhere. One of you will be named the National League Cy Young Award winner. We come back. Let's have our guys, Ryan Dempster and Jake Peavy, break down these three aces. That's next. We come back live on MLB Network.